details on the investigation into the death of Ashlee Robinson. Her family is demanding answers after the influencer from South Jersey was found dead during a trip to Africa where she had just been engaged.
We are back again to give the new update on the Ashlee Jenae case. As of mid-April 2026, the investigation into the death of 31-year-old Ashlee Robinson has shifted from a tragic holiday incident into a high-stakes legal battle between the Tanzanian authorities and a family desperate for the truth. On April 14, 2026, the silence from the local government was finally broken when North Unguja Regional Police Commander Benedict Mapujira held a major news conference in Zanzibar. Standing before reporters, Commander Mapujira delivered the official ruling that the family had dreaded. The local authorities have formally ruled Ashlee's death a suicide. The police claim that Ashlee used a piece of fabric from her own dress to end her life inside a wardrobe in Villa 25. But while the police were quick to close the door on the possibility of a crime, the details they provided only served to ignite more suspicion. The police cited a misunderstanding or a heated dispute between Ashlee and her fiancé, Joe McCann, as the catalyst for the tragedy. For the first time, we have confirmation of the scale of that conflict. It wasn't just a minor argument. The police revealed that the Zuri Zanzibar staff had to intervene not once, but twice to manage the situation. The intervention was so severe that the resort took the extreme step of separating the couple for the night, moving Joe McCann to room 65, an 8-minute walk through the resort's winding paths, while Ashlee remained in room 25. Despite the suicide ruling, the police are not letting the only other person in that room walk free. Commander Mapujira confirmed that Joe McCann is currently being held for questioning as a witness. While he hasn't been formally charged with a crime, his passport has been confiscated by the Tanzanian government.
Now, this situation is sad for a multitude of reasons. Not only because she lost her life, but we have to mention the self-hate, the colorist mindset, right? Because it's a big colorist mindset going on within the world, right? This young lady that you're seeing on the screen took it upon herself to bash black men on a daily basis, right? Go at us, talk about how we're so embarrassing, we're not good people, pretty much telling other black women that you would be stupid to date one of us, right? Sad, because usually when you see a black woman bashing a black man, it's not about how we behave for the most part. It's about the status that comes with a white man, right? That's what people look up upon. That's what people are going to praise, right? Even if you come from like a Latin American country, when you come here, that's who they'll tell you that it's okay to date. Don't date no niggas. Do not date. Look, shit, we really don't even want you dating no Latin. You can go date some white motherfuckers, though. Yeah, you can go get you a white husband. We're gonna praise that, right? And she was one of the victims that seen how much that white men get praised on a daily basis. And they make them look a lot better than us in the media. Let's just keep it honest, because typically who writes the media they're gonna put the narratives out there. They don't really put black people in a good light a lot of times, right? And not only that, most white people do come from money. Like we'll say that there'll be more white men coming from money than a black man coming from money. So a lot of times when they're downing these black men about what a black man can't do and all these type of things like that, it's more of like the social construct of how everything was set up, right? We were set up not to have that much money, right? So then when, black women want to do all this shit and we can't provide certain things, it's just set up for them to look down on us at that point, right? But meanwhile, while we're struggling, we didn't really come from money. We didn't inherit no land. We didn't have no trust funds and no shit like that. So we come from a harder battle a lot of times, right? We come from like just a colder battle than they got to even deal with a lot of times, right? Really, all the time. And a lot of these black women don't come from money either. So what they're doing is they're using these white men as steroids to advance in life. And then, looking at it, they're saying, look, I'm on top. Look at all the money I have. Look how good my life is. Look how my boyfriend treats me, right? Because a white man is willing to give you money because he doesn't look at it as something he really needs, bro. He gets it in abundance typically, so he doesn't look at it as something that that he's stressing over, right? And that's big within the white community, that they're willing to throw money off or trick off or spend money on certain things. That's kind of their thing, right? So they're really looking at these white guys as tricks, right? Guys that they can manipulate, guys they can take money from, guys that they can run shop on, run game on, right? It's just a fact. Most of these white guys that they get with are the pushover white guys. They're not the big, burly, dominant white men, because those white men typically have a white woman. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And then the fact that this girl in this video, she had her one of them big buff white boys, right? That was a red flag to me. Why don't he have a white woman? I'm just gonna keep calling it how I see it, bro. Where's his white woman at? Where's his little Barbie at? I'm gonna tell you where she at. He whooped her ass too. You dig what I'm saying? And this is what these black queens be failing to realize. Some of these white guys will black both of your eyes. You dig what I'm saying? So deep down inside, he got with you because he thought maybe I go get with a black woman, I'll get away with a little bit of this abuse that I be doing, right? I know I like to tap on females' heads, play manipulation tactics, all the above, right? Let me go ahead and go get me with a black woman, man, because I know that they have a history of DV and that she might let me slide, right? Because I'm the white hope, spending more money than all her niggas have ever spent, flying her out the country, putting her in whips, putting her in different establishments, putting her in nice clothes, whatever may have you, right? The only time that I respect a white man with a black woman, or I think that it's real organic, is if he's just one of those, like them free spirit guys, like them guys that they're really just good folks. You know what I mean? They just wouldn't hurt a butterfly. They love all people. Those people, I really believe that they really just love all people, right? But for the most part, when I be seeing these white guys with these black women, I don't know why, I get the vibe that they both may be into that, that massa slave dynamic. I could be wrong, but it gives me those vibes, right? Because once they get one of these dudes, they actually go out their way to just call black guys disgusting, say they're useless, white guys are the best guys in the world. It gets crazy. I gotta question a white person with a black person because there are really not too many benefits for a white person to be dating a black person. Just being honest. Like, if we're just being real, all races look down upon us. They put us as we're the lowest of the lowest, right? So what benefit do you get from actually dating a black woman as a white man? You get no benefit from that. All your friends look at you funny. Niggas want to know why you got jungle fever, right? Yeah, all his white family want to know. John, why do you have this jungle fever? Why can't you just bring home a Tiffany? And you know what I mean by Tiffany. We obviously know Tiffany could be black, but this Tiffany is Tiffany Joanne. You dig what I'm saying? Black people were looked down upon by all races, and that's the reason why she goes out her way to bash the black guy. Like you said, it's like what they do. It's like they're trying to separate themselves from us, right? I don't engage in those black activities, right? Then they almost start to feel like they are white or something. They're crazy. They just they form some type of mental disorder. You see how she do the little lighting and shit on the face? This is a dark skinned girl. But yet, she likes to make her face look about 5 shades lighter. Crazy work. By her bashing black man, she didn't know deep down inside she was bashing herself. Honestly. When she speaks on the embarrassing things that black men do, she didn't realize that a lot of her lifestyle choices and the way that she lives is embarrassing. Right? It's very fucking embarrassing. You just go out your way to talk down to your own people, right? These are the people. You have a black father. You wouldn't even be born without a black father, right? Whether he was there or not. And that's a whole nother topic, because that shit be deeper than a lot of people even be knowing. Sometimes they be having something to do with your mama sometimes. So I don't want to get too deep down that rabbit hole. But when she says how disgusting and nasty and embarrassing black men are, she has to look at herself in the mirror and ask herself, you went out there, took it upon yourself to bash black men for no reason. You're not with one. You're with a white man. Focus on white men, right? Then you proceed to be finessed by a white individual who I'm sure he flew you guys out to Africa, right? So he's the one who booked this trip, right? This is the whole white experience, right? So he's booking this trip for you. Then you go out of town and fight like no other, like, because the shit that we're hearing on the reports would be no different than any other black couple. You motherfuckers had to be separated in the hotel. There's black couples that are not even being separated in the hotel. So let me just put that out there. So you two were out there acting ghetto and unruly, right? They had to come and get at y'all 2 times. By the 3rd time, y'all was separated. That is crazy, because I don't even know how that happens. That's how they know y'all was acting crazy, when they like, you know what? These fools is crazy. Let's look out for them to try to help these fools. Because they probably was screaming, we just got married, and it's this whole shit. They didn't want to have the police come get their ass on a marriage situation. You know what I mean? They trying to be cool with their ass, right? So they like, look, man, we gonna have to go ahead and separate y'all to at least hope. And then, they hoping in their mind, like, hopefully this is just some bad night. They can get it together, because they're newlyweds, right? That's why I feel like the separation happened. Because any other situation, the folks would have came out. I'm not gonna lie, the fact the folks didn't come out, man, that might be a little white privilege. I'm not gonna cap. Yeah, they probably was one of them high-end resorts out there in Africa. Where the white folks go when they visit, right? So they like, hey, look, man, you usually don't call the law from up around here. You know how they do in like the rich areas. They don't they don't want to call the laws on the people that's living there. They like to get the strangers out of there. They like to pull over the people coming into town, right? They don't like to pull over the people in the town. They only hassle the people in the town when they're in the ghettos. But that's a whole nother topic. Look, so let this be a message to all the self-hating, colorist ass motherfuckers, and this go for men and women, man. Your ass end up dead under a rock somewhere. You feel me? You should just be cool with that shit, bro. People is people. But don't go out your way to bash your own for another. And that go for even white folks. Like, if you a white man, I ain't no way in hell that I expect you to be bashing white women and shit, bro. I'm gonna think something fucking is not right with you. Something is just a little creepy with you, bro. You's a white cat, but you steady. You just got all this shit in the world to say about white women. I don't trust that nigga. Hey, man, but I'm probably gonna do a part 2. But this is it for this one, man.